Okay, students, the last thing I would like to talk about on the circular flow model is that understanding of how the two markets kind of feed each other. That if businesses want money to pay you in the resource market, they need to get it from us. If we want to spend money, we need to get the money from them. And so we get that, again, that circular flow of money. Now, you can use that knowledge to help you understand what goes on during a recession. The most common recession is one led by what we call aggregate demand, or there simply is not enough spending. What's happening is, if households are not spending money in the product market, if households aren't buying houses and cars and boats, and they're not going to the shops to go buy clothes and electronics, if households are not spending money in the product market, which is what happens during recessions, then businesses are not earning money. If businesses aren't earning money, that means they don't have as much money to pay us in the resource market. So the number one cause of households losing their jobs is that we're not spending enough money, as much money as needed in the product market. Okay? That deprives businesses of money to pay us in the resource market, and that's how we get a lot of recessions. Now, the last concept I want to go over is leakages and injections, as you can see down here. It's very important to understand, for our economy to be healthy, we need 100% of your money to be spent in this economy. If 100% of that money is not spent in the economy, we're going to have a lot of trouble, because as we just stated, money has to be spent in the product market so that money can be earned in the resource market. We don't spend, we don't have a paycheck. Now, there are three reasons why your money, your paycheck, there are three reasons why a percentage of your paycheck is not going to enter the circular flow model. Okay? We call those reasons leakages. The number one leakage, the most common leakage, is savings. That if you are saving your money, you are not putting it in the product market, are you? Okay? Now, we do save a lot. I'm not saying saving money is a bad thing. But if we save so much money, a lot more than is being spent, that can end up causing trouble. So savings is a leakage. Savings is one reason why you're not putting money back into that product market after you get paid your wage. Okay? So savings is a leakage. Another reason 100% of your paycheck doesn't get back into the product market or the circular flow model is taxes. You can't spend money you don't have. And since you have to pay the government taxes, you don't have control over that money. You cannot possibly put that money in the circular flow model. The government took it from you. And our third possible leakage is imports. Now, with imports, you are spending money in the product market. The problem is it's in a foreign country's product market. Okay, if we buy a lot of Toyotas, that money's going to Japan. It's not going in our circular flow. When we buy imports, it's going to go into Japan's circular flow. So savings, taxes, imports are three reasons why 100% of your paycheck does not get put back into that circular flow. Now, that would be devastating if we didn't get that money back in. Well, we have something that gets it back in called injections. Now, what we're saying is, if you're not going to spend your money, then someone else needs to. But your money needs to be spent. So who spends your savings? Well, that's the critical job of banks and stock markets. Banks and stock markets are huge and very, very important to the circular flow model. What banks and stock markets do is they take the savings, they take the money that you are not ready to spend at this time, and they loan it out to businesses. Or the money gets put in stock markets, because some of our savings end up in stock markets, they don't end up in banks. Doesn't matter if it's given to a bank or if our savings end up in the stock market. Either way, businesses get their hands on a large percentage of that money, and businesses are going to spend the money for us. So the most common injection for the savings leakage is business spending. Okay? And not just businesses, but also if people take out loans to buy a car or buy a house or build a pool, when people or businesses take out loans from banks, that is transferring savings into businesses, putting it in the hands of the people that are willing to spend it, and those people put it back into the circular flow model for us. So the money does end up getting back into the circular flow model. When it comes to taxes, who injects our taxes? That would be the government. So government spending is our injection for our taxes leakage. So as long as the government spends our taxes in our economy, that money, again, it's a leakage here. We didn't spend it, but now government gets their hands on it. Government spends it. Government puts it back into that circular flow model. Very important. If the government taxes us significantly and sits on the money and the government doesn't put it back in the circular flow, we're going to have issues because now your leakages are a lot greater than your injections. Okay, so we need government to put that tax money back in that circular flow model. Now, how does the money that goes to foreign countries with imports end up back in our circular flow? When we sell our exports. When we sell our exports, that is goods produced in the United States that are sold abroad. When foreigners buy those exports, they're putting that money back into the circular flow. Foreigners also operate in the U.S. product market as well. So again, you have three reasons why your money doesn't get back in the circular flow: savings, taxes, imports. If you're not spending the money, somebody else needs to spend it. Businesses largely spend our savings, government spends our taxes, and foreign countries, when they buy our imports, put the money they earn through imports back into our circular flow. As long as our injections equal our leakages, we're going to have a healthy economy. During the Great Depression, a big problem was we had massive savings, but because our banks failed and our stock market failed, the money, our leakage of savings, did not get into the hands of businesses. And our savings during the Great Depression did not get injected back into our circular flow, and that's why the Great Depression got worse and worse.